Welcome. It's exactly 12 o'clock and it is the 1010 portal right now. It is a very powerful time, very powerful portal. And for those of you who can sense things, those of you who really are open to it, it's exactly 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock and the 1010 portal has just opened up. It's open. It's here. Woo, woo. Anyone who, hi everybody, love and light. Anyone who can feel or sense energy like I can right now, my ears are going absolutely out of crazy world. Like they're vibrating like crazy. I keep having to do the Om chants because of the vibrations in my ears right now, because this portal is very powerful. It's like very powerful. And this, I can feel it. I felt it when it opened, like at 11:40. And just so you know, I kept seeing like 11:11 everywhere. Like I was seeing 11:11, and then 333. I saw like 14 times 11:11. I'm not kidding you. And I can feel it in my body. I feel the vibrations in my ears and my body. And yeah, you always type in that it's the energy for me. I love it. Oh, it is so powerful right now, babe. And thank you, Boston Flavors, for recommending me for podcasts and stuff like that. I appreciate it. And that's why, you know, we always got each other's back. This new portal, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm telling you for yourself. I'm not telling you what to do. You do whatever makes you happy in this life. But with this portal, a man today told me in the stores we're 11171, then wow. I'm telling you right now, you do whatever you want, but this portal is very powerful. This is like the Lionsgate portal. When the Lionsgate portal opened up, it exactly made like the energy, frequency, and wave of the portal to open up for this portal right here. And this is the portal where we're talking about people are gonna, it's like you're either gonna stay in a negative or positive. And we've been talking about that for a while. Like, I looked up it's 2-2 right there. You're either gonna stay in a negative or positive. We've been talking about this for a while, but right now it's here. The energy is here. So I will tell you all right now, you have to understand. I got on here exactly 12 o'clock. For some reason, I was like in the bathroom, I was peeing, and I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. And then like I'm sitting there, and immediately I was like, oh my God, it's about to be 12. I need to go online and tell everybody it's the 1010 portal, and this is the awakening for you right now, okay? Can someone explain what's happening? What's happening right now is I started this live at 12, and it's exactly the 1010 portal. So the 1010 portal is like the Lionsgate. It's a powerful astrological time. We have a lot of different energetic portals and gateways opening up. You know, the star gates, gateways, portals, energetic frequencies. And right now, because the earth is in a shift, you know, it's in the age of Aquarius. This is when humanity will be tested in whatever ways those tests come. But this is one of the waves, the tests right here. Are you ready to step into the 4D, 5D, however you want to explain it? Or are we staying here in the 3D? Okay. This is like what the Mayans experienced. So nobody's told me this. I just happen to feel it in my bones. I happen to feel it in my bones, and I feel like like what the Mayans experience is what we're experiencing here in this time. So when everybody's like, why did the Mayans disappear? Why did the Mayans disappear? I believe it took that civilization, which they were linked to many other civilizations, because if you don't know, there was different pyramids built in different parts of the world, but they were the same pyramids, the same shapes and everything. They were built in different parts of the world, and usually places by like a lot of water, or a lot of like, you know, Stonehenge, and a lot of places with like a lot of energy, like Sedona, and you know, they were all built in different parts of the world exactly the same. How does that happen? They couldn't communicate with each other. They weren't riding boats to one another. I'm talking about a time before ships existed or any of that. There was pyramids built all over the world, in the same exact kind of pyramids. And like, think about that concept for a second. How the fuck would they know that, you know, the Egyptians built a pyramid in the Mayans, where the Mayans were, however the time period was. I know that's for a fact, ancient beings, you know, The sky gods came down from the sky and told us that, they taught us how to do makeup and do this and do that. And they taught them how to build the pyramids. Okay. All right. So the same concept with that, I feel like that's what's happening with us right now. So how the Mayans ascended, people think they disappeared. Like what happened? They just went away. I believe that for hundreds and hundreds of years or thousands of years, maybe even those civilizations were being prepared for a new coming of age. And that's why they wrote that Mayan calendar. And they said in 2012, people thought the world was going to end, but no, what it was is the world was getting, it wasn't that, it wasn't that the world was going to end. It was that the world was shifting. It was raising its vibrations and frequencies. So 2012 was the time when the Mayans predicted that the world would shift, and it was coming. The Age of Aquarius was on its way here. The starting of the opening of the portals of the energetic pathway started in 2012 when everyone was saying Y2K, the world's going to end, blah, blah, blah. No, but what was happening is a brand new energetic portal, a shift, and a brand new beginning was coming for the earth. And it was like they were predicting a lot of tests are going to come in. A lot happened since 2012. A lot. It actually started happening in 2011, if you really think about it. It was just nonstop, like stuff just coming in. Weird things happening, like a fucking tornado in New Jersey right there. It tells you right there alone. When's the last time we had a tornado in New Jersey? You understand what I'm saying? And, with things I don't want to mention too much because we already know Instagram and Facebook. We don't even got to go there. Like, I've already been threatened to get my profile deleted 4 times for just saying normal shit. So, no, we're going to be okay. You don't have to be afraid of anything. Don't ever fear anything, because let me tell you something. What's meant to be is always going to be. There's nothing new under the sun, and God is always guiding us, and there are angels and our archangels and our creator, plural, because man created man in the image of God, but I'm 100% sure that he had female help. You know what I mean? Because it's just impossible for some. It's just, I don't believe that there's just a male God. I strongly believe that was imposed on us by men, and it's not that I'm like for the women. I'm not a feminist and none of that. I don't identify as anything. Let me just make that clear. I'm just nothing. I'm everything. I'm no one. I'm everyone. I'm everything. I'm nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So don't think I'm comparing myself to any of that. But what I will tell you is that this 1010 portal is like that time where the earth was tested with many, disasters and this and that. And it's already been happening, right? And what's to come next is not going to be something scary and dangerous. All it is if humanity stays in this fear, vibrational frequency of fear that everybody's in, that's where we're going to stay at. Like, it's not, they're trying to bring, when they say Jesus wanted to bring wanted to bring heaven on earth, that was already brought to us. We already have heaven on earth. You understand that, right? We have utopia. We have heaven here on earth. It's up to us to create it. Nobody's going to create it for us. God helps those who help themselves. You understand what I'm saying to you? Nobody's going to create that for you. You have to create it for yourself. No one can tell you be happy. No one can tell you stop being depressed. No one can tell you stop being angry. Only you can. No one can make you angry, and no one can make you angry. Like people say, he made me mad. No. No one can make you angry, and no one can stop you. No one can make you angry, and no one can stop you from being angry. So what you all need to understand very closely here is this time right now, if everybody wants the earth to shift into positive frequency and to go towards that utopia and become a better place and get all of these dark energies removed, which the only way that's going to happen is by shooting out as much love and light as we possibly can. And right now, I'm telling you right now, I find it interesting when I start talking to you guys, my voice, like things I say, it just like starts going away. So what I want to tell you guys the most is when you have this moment right now, this is the moment you have to grasp and keep. I love you too. This is the moment you have to grasp and keep this positive frequency, this energy of vibration of frequency inside of your heart, inside of your soul. And because I'm telling you right now, this is the time where you're going to feel a little frustrated, especially with everything. Like, there's a lot of Libras going on, and Saturn and Venus, and it's also the sun in Libra. And it's Mercury in retrograde at the same time. So the universe is kind of like using Mercury in retrograde to take out all the things that no longer serve us from the past. And if they come back for review, it is important for us to just drop them to the side and keep it moving, you know? So don't let the test of Mercury in retrograde take you back to who you were. That's a big thing. And it's also with the universe. The universe takes this time to use Mercury in retrograde as Mercury is going backward in retrograde, and it's looking back at all of its shit. Remember, the planets are energy. They're like us. They're forms of us. They're just planets. They're energies. They say that when people have ascended, they became planets. The Greek gods believe that. You know, Demeter and all those Zeus and all that they all became planets. They think Zeus is Saturn, right? Demeter, Demeter's mother, I forget her name all the time, Persephone, I think. She became the planet Mercury. I mean, she was a Virgo, and she was the Virgo astrological sign. They say that some of them ascended into stars and became stars in the universe, and some of them ascended into planets. But don't forget that also a lot of beings descended, right? Like Jesus. They say he was born, he has a perfect form. He was ascended already, but he descended back onto earth. Ascension, descension, okay? He descended back onto earth. Why? So he could bring enlightenment to earth. He wanted to bring the kingdom of heaven to earth. And he was saying to everyone, the kingdom of heaven is right here within you. If you could find it in here, and in here, it's all around you. If you find darkness in here, and in here, darkness surrounds you. You know, when they say shit like the poor is blessed and all, that's all bullshit. We're not supposed to suffer. So all that bullshit about the poor are truly blessed, no, that's what they say to keep you down. So you stay poor and you stay scared and you stay afraid and you stay worried. You understand that, right? You understand that. So raise your vibration. It's like the universe is kind of saying, like, be a little selfish right now and like get your vibrations up and think about how you feel, because a lot of people are being held back and held down because we're taught as humanity to worry about everybody else and worry about this one and worry about that one. But that's not how it has to be right now. You need to focus on your higher vibrations and lifting your vibrations up, because without you feeling good, you cannot possibly make anybody else feel good. You know, like, it's when someone recovers from something, they don't have time. If someone just went through a severe surgery, God forbid, and they have children, they have to have somebody step in and take care of those children, right? So that they could recover their bodies. My crown chakra is itching like crazy. They could recover their bodies. Right now, what the universe is asking you is to recover your soul, to recover your heart, to get back to that love frequency that you know you have inside of you. But somewhere, somehow, along the line, someone somewhere out there took that love from you and then made you now look at things differently. And it took that love away from you. It took that progression away from you. As soon as you felt like you were up, someone came and brought you down. And again, nobody can bring you down, only you can. My point is, it's like that. You have to understand, don't lower your frequencies right now. I told you, in this moment, from now until the rest of this month, I would say till about November 2nd or 3rd. I'm just going to say, for this next couple of days, 2, 3, 4 days, you might feel like a little irritation, some frustration, a little bit of, it's because the last part of this Mercury in retrograde right now, it's really getting to the thick of it. Like, when you get to the middle of the month, that is when it is the highest, because now we're, all right, let's go. We got to throw some tests at some people. We got to see if they'll go back to the same karma. We got to see if and they'll throw it back. And it's not to be like, we're testing, you know, it's because they have to do their mission. And ultimately you chose to learn these lessons so that your soul can ascend. You understand what I'm saying to you? As you came here to remember who you are so you can ascend, you have chosen your spirit guides to send you specific tasks throughout your journey so your soul can ascend during that time. So all of the things that you go through that you're like, this sucked, that sucked, what about this, what about that? I understand, but all of that stuff helped your soul ascend. You had to learn these lessons as a light worker. One of your biggest duties is to report back for duty. And so you go up there and you release in the Akashic records, well, when I was there on earth, they did this and that happened and it affected me this way. And this is the lesson I learned out of it. And that's what happened and that's what happened and this is what happened. And it's all written down in the Akashic field. And through these Akashic records, angels, I feel like, go in there. It's like, you know, a bunch of like important people, right? Going into the office and seeing all of the work that everybody did, you know, the invoices and all that stuff. Think about it like that. Or, you know, you got the jury duty. Let's say, for instance, except for they're not judging us. That's the difference. They're not judging us. They're just using the information that we gather in order to make this earth a better place for you to live in. Okay, Jesus was not the first one to die for your sins. Actually, ancient beings were the first ones to die literally for your sins because they never died. They lived forever and ever and ever. Go read the Book of Thoth. He'll tell you we lived for thousands of years and only when we chose to die did we die. And he's talking about the Atlantean times, okay? The Anunnaki, the Sumerians. Okay, look into that. If you don't know about that, please look into that. Anunnaki, Sumerians, ancient Egypt. Look into all that. They lived for thousands of years. They talked about the eternal rod of life that they held in their hands, that they felt like when they did specific things. They threw energy into that rod of life, and it extended their life for 7 years if they wanted it to be. And if not, they could have died. So my point is, at this present moment, you need to understand they are protecting us, and there are all different types of beings. And this is not about aliens only. I'm talking about us together, the starseed family, God, planets, beings, entities, energies, spirit. All of us work together in universal unison. That's why we're all connected to the universal mind, completely connected to one mind. And that's why there's one mind and everybody's connected. It's like a network of brain cells, you could say, like the consciousness, a network of it. And the types of people who are in the same places, in the same type of mindset, are in those same conscious, like it's like a team of souls, right? Team of souls, link. Like I'll explain to you like this. Hold on. Team of souls, and then another team of souls linked here, and another team of souls linked here. And it's like a link, you know what I mean? It's like LinkedIn, exactly like LinkedIn. Like it's like a team of souls. One person is the head of the soul. They are kind of like the ones who are more aware, and then they have like an extension of themselves. You got your higher self, your spirit. There's so many levels to this, okay? You just turned 20 in June and you've been in deep depression because you feel old. Boo-boo. Honey. You're in depression because you feel old. You want me to talk to you how everybody else is talking to you? Oh, it's going to be okay. Or you want me to tell you, like, think about that for a second. You're depressed because you feel old and you're 20 years old. I'm about to be 40 next year and I feel like I'm 22. Don't do this to yourself. Like, you know, there are bigger reasons to be depressed over, and not saying that any time a depression is happening that it's okay, but I'm going to be real with you and I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to be everybody else. I'm not going to baby you because I didn't want nobody to baby me when I was going through my shit. I wanted people to listen, but I wanted them to tell me the truth. It's not funny. I'm not laughing at her. I just need you to understand that is, just think about that for a second. Really sit down and think about that for a second. People who have a fear of dying, people who have a fear of getting old, women who think they have to be perfect. So these plastic surgeons, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they're fucking worn the fuck out because they're constantly, like, it's getting crazy. You guys, at this point, if you guys continue this way, I would not even blame the universe for like wiping us out. I hate to say it that way, but if the universe, the earth keeps continuing like this, we got nothing but like, really, like, I'm just going to say, and I'm not trying to judge nobody. I'm not judging you. I'm telling you like it is. We got a team, like we got all these light workers, like, you know, to everybody's choice. And I want everybody to have their choice. I do. But if we continue to keep going on like this, like with people who are just, oh my God, like when we say care for yourself, self-care, it's a difference between that and the ego self. When you humbly care for yourself and you take care of yourself and then you take care of the rest of the world, here we go, number 33, I'm teaching now for real. When you take care of yourself in a humble manner, you're taking care of yourself and you're taking care of the people around you, therefore creating heaven in your surroundings. You create heaven in your world. And then your world, the people in those world, through your actions are creating heaven around you. But instead, we got these young people growing up on TikTok. I told you guys a million times, TikTok is the devil. It's the devil. Like it's the devil. Like, not that this shit is any better, nor Schmashbook. None of them are good. None of them are good. You understand? The only reason I think they're good is because it keeps us connected and able to communicate and meet people from around the world, and that's the good part about it. But when you look at the negative side of all of this, I will not be surprised if all of this shuts down. And it's not because they're going to make it shut down, not because the owners of it are going to make it shut down, because they're just tired of it. Because instead of people actually paying attention and meditating and getting connected to themselves, they keep distracting themselves. Like, God was like, here's COVID, and here's all of this stuff. And people looked at it as such a loss. Like, oh, I lost this, I lost, you don't understand. I get it. But like, I think some people needed to just be like, shut up for a second. Just stop. Just stop. Do you see what you're doing? And guess what? Many people woke up. Many people woke up, and that's great. But there's so many people still like, on my phone. And let me tell you, I'm on my phone too, but I meditate a lot. I connect to spirit a lot. I talk to God every 5 times a day. And I don't ask God for anything. I thank God. Thank you. Show me what to do next. What do I need to do? Let me be your servant. But like, not in a like, let me be your servant. No. Hey, what's up? What we doing over here? You know what I'm saying? What we working on? That's how I see it. Like, and everybody's out here still distracted, getting their fucking nails done. I get it, man. You want to look nice. But you're forgetting that connection to spirit is the only way to get this earth to be a better place. When people are connected spiritually, now they see other people as spiritual beings. They see animals, which is why even now, and I hate stink bugs. When I see one in my house, I just throw it outside. And everybody's like, kill that shit. I'm like, no, because what if it's a spirit sending me a message? Like, why would a stink bug just show up right here in front of the door while I'm walking in? You see what I'm saying? Or even a mosquito. All right, like maybe a mosquito because my daughter's there. I might try to pull it out the napkin. It's not going to work. Mosquitoes are like little faint. You understand? When you start to see yourself as a spiritual being and you know you're connected to everything that is and you're connected to all that is, then you start to respect everything you do. You know, a couple of times this week, I threw cigarettes out the window and I was like, damn, man, that's fucked up. And I still did it again. And I should have been like, what the fuck? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Knowing that the earth is an actual energetic source. This is like our mother earth. And I threw cigarettes out the window. And I could cry because I did it like 4 times. And that's the shit I'm talking about. And this is the type of shit I'm talking about. When you get connected to yourself spiritually, I love you too. I love you guys too very much. And I do love you very much. And I don't do this because I want to change anybody. I'm doing this because this is what I feel is my mission to do. And just share what I feel in my heart. And whoever resonates with it, fine. Whoever doesn't, fine, no judgment. But for me, it breaks my heart because when I became connected to source, I became connected to spirit, and I started to see people in other ways. I started to see everyone as important in this world, but I also started to see through the bullshit like crazy. Right? And this is in the spirit world and in this dimension and other dimensions and the astral dreams and my dream state, in my meditative state. I've recognized all the beauty and the love in the world, and I see it, and it's so beautiful, but I'm also very aware to the bullshit. I'm aware to the bullshit. So the more you become aware of the light, the more you become aware of the dark, the more you become aware of the dark, the more you become aware of the light, until boom, 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 light, dark, you can take the two, jiggle them together in a jar, turn it around, and they fall together to create a perfect being who's centered and in control of their emotions, in control of their thoughts, in control of their actions, because there are many things I have not mastered in this lifetime. I know I have in others, but in this lifetime. So much love, but so much hurt. There's going to be good and bad in everything. And until you can realize that, you will always be depressed and anxious and worried and expecting things from people. You know, hope for the best, but expect the worst. You know, expect the worst, but hope for the best. It's not expect the worst, it's going to happen to me. No, but if it does, don't let it shock you. When somebody plays you, don't let it shock you. Like, once you understand, stop looking at shit like that. Like, you know what? If they play me, they don't text me back. They don't call me. They don't want to be my friend. Like I told my daughter the other day, Eliana, if you have to force people to talk to you, they're not even worth your time. How about that? I said, so whoever doesn't want to talk to you, then you need to understand there's something about you that gives off, I'm a goddess vibe, and something about them that gives off, I can't handle the power that she holds within her vibe. Because if someone tells you that right now, as a child, I told her, take that lesson for yourselves too. If someone tells you that right now as a child, they can't talk to you because they can't handle your vibrations, baby. If they tell you that, it will save you so much pain in your life. Remember all the times like things happen and you didn't understand why? You thought it was you. Something's wrong with you. You're ugly. You're fat. You're stupid. No, maybe those people just saw something in you that vibrated too light and their fakeness and phoniness couldn't handle it. Eliana is not a lying person. She's the kind of kid who's very real and open because of me. I taught her not lying. I was the one thing I told her. Don't lie. Don't snitch on people unless it's something where it's like you have to do it. Like you have to because it's going to save a life. That's the only time. I said it has to be a life or death situation. I told loyalty to yourself first and then everybody else. If you're not happy, nobody else is going to be happy. And if your friends don't like you, fuck them. If your boyfriends or girlfriends or whoever doesn't like you, fuck it. They don't like me. So what? Next, it's okay. You're not for everybody, sweetheart. You understand that? Anyway, tomorrow night is the podcast. I love you guys. Love and light to you. I wish more people would see these things that I do, but it's okay. Everything's happening for a reason, and at the end of the day, I'm trying to like spread a message, and it is what it is. If 3 people get a change out of what I'm giving, I'll be happy. But until then, good night. Love and light to you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock on my podcast. Pop out, pop in, show up, show out, whatever. But it's going to be good. We'll talk about all this stuff plus more. Good night. It's okay, the real king. I don't even put that pressure on myself. You got to understand that. I tell God all the time. Of course I look sometimes, I'm like, yeah, this is what gets attention because that's the world. And that's why light workers have to work 1,000,000 times harder. Because that's the world. The world likes to see shit and bullshit and garbage all day. You understand that? When they start to hear, you need to heal yourself, you need to... Oh, she's talking about stuff I'm not ready to... I don't want to do that. I want to be a retard, like, and go fucking do whatever the fuck I want. And so people love garbage. Get it? Because when you hear right now, you have to heal, work on yourself. You know that? You know what you think? Oh, yeah, she's right. I do. Nah, I'm right. You already knew this. I was just saying it to you. You see what I'm saying? But other people are like, why that's now? Oh, I'm starting to have like it just gives me like vibes when people do shit like popping off and I can't do it anymore. I just, honestly, I want to escape to the fucking mountains and I don't want to see humans no more sometimes, but I tell God, patience, I'm being patient. Okay? That's it. Good night, guys. I love you all. Good night.